actually know what's going on here.
I literally have no idea. Help.
We're 20 whatever. Hi.
Hey.
Hello, and welcome back to 20 Whatever, episode 26, which is currently the age of just me and Sierra.
That's true. And Jess.
Oh, and Jess. But also,
I'm so
not when this episode comes out.
Yeah, by the time this episode comes out, I'm going to be 27 years old.
Oh my gosh, that's
Twinning.
right.
Yes. It'll be your birthday. It's your birthday.
girl.
Boom, boom, boom. It's your
Birthday sex.
Birthday sex. Wait,
Girl, you know why.
girl, you know why. I'm in the dream. Wait.
But also, how weird is it that you have to just sit there and everyone sings happy birthday to you? Like, that makes me, I really just like smile and I look around. I kind of want to sing along sometimes too.
I think we should start doing that.
You know what my favorite thing is? When you sing happy birthday, but you only say birthday.
Like the whole song.
So sing the song.
Wait, how does it start?
Happy birthday.
Also, you literally only say birthday.
But you only say birthday and sing the rest silently in your head.
Okay, let's try.
Okay, Jess, you want to count us in?
Yeah, I'm going to count you on 3, 2, 1, go. Then you're
Okay.
going to start. Ready?
Yeah.
Wait, are we harmonizing?
No, hell no.
okay.
I can't even
We're
think.
only singing
I can't even
birthday.
think. I can't even think. Okay.
Okay,
Go.
ready?
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Birthday.
Birthday.
Birthday. Birthday.
Shit, I'm lost.
That's it.
You had your eyes closed.
I had to. I can't even think with my eyes open, bro. I had to tune all the noise out.
No, where did you learn that is a sick trick?
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I think my only birthday request from every year on out now is just that's how I want happy birthday sung to be.
I hate to say it, but I won't be at your party. Like, I'm not.
Well, you know what it does? It makes it as awkward for everyone else in the room
As it does for you.
well, actually, it kind of flips it. It's not really awkward for you if you're just sitting
You're
there.
just watching people try to get it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah,
Okay.
it makes you the joke and not me.
T. I don't hate happy birthday.
You don't?
Really?
No.
I remember seeing this TikTok video of this little girl, like, they begin to sing happy birthday. She's like, no. She started crying. Like, there's, like, kids, like, that,
yeah.
like, really don't like the attention or, like,
Oh.
like aggressive, like, people coming. Oh, Jaden's over here pointing at herself.
No, I can't relate. I'm like, sing it. I said encore. Honestly, that was bad. Try again.
Oh.
Harmonize.
Run it back.
Me. Ha.
Oh, you're that other girl going, nobody harmonized and nobody hit
said-
the notes.
That's tragic. Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't think I ever really minded it. It was like fine.
I feel like maybe we need like a new birthday song.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, I think happy birthday is kind of like
It's-
mid.
yeah. And you can't have like your family and friends sitting around singing birthday sex.
Right. What?
Not with that attitude.
Exactly.
Right? Like what
It's your birthday, so I know you want to
ride
ride out.
Oh my God.
what a
Listen,
bop.
Honestly, it really is. Is there other birthday
yeah,
songs?
there's the this is your birthday song. It's something not long. I don't know.
Oh, that's true.
This is
Yeah,
your birthday song. It's
not very long, right?
God, no one's gonna be watching this podcast past the 5-minute mark.
So sorry.
Honestly,
everyone.
fair. I would.
You know how YouTube in the analytics, it's like make your first 2 minutes super engaging
Yeah,
to like
they're like
audience
everyone dropped off after 30 seconds because you
of
guys
us just going,
sang.
birthday.
They didn't like hear the intro. They just like skipped, and they just skipped to the part where we're like, birthday.
Or it's like birthday sex. Your birthday.
If you're here, you're a real one.
You're a real one. Yeah,
But that's
honestly.
one of the things I love about this podcast. Is
Those
like,
are the people I want here.
yeah, I'm like if you will sit through that, you don't even have to laugh. Just sit through it.
If you can endure us as human beings, you're welcome
Bro,
here.
just tolerate.
That's it. If you can endure us, you're the top 1%.
That's baseline.
I don't even know what we're doing here.
Speaking of enduring, let's talk about sports.
Oh,
It is hard to endure watching a bunch of football fanatics just going bonkers.
I would
Yeah.
just like to say that my mother is so happy that this season is almost over. She looks at me and she's like, almost so soon. I'm ready to have my Sundays back. Please. Like, we're talking, well, in my house, they're fanatics. Like,
Please, honestly, run it down for us. Let us
Should
know.
I?
You should. I think you
Yeah.
should.
Oh my
because
God.
it's really something.
Okay, you guys. So, my father is a Charger fan, a huge Charger fan, and I just want to point out that Chargers unfortunately, if you're a Charger fan, they are great first half, second half, they never come through. They never, ever do. And they just got out of the playoffs this past Sunday, and I was there watching them kill the first half, and the second half they didn't. And the boys were losing their minds.
They were
my
up,
dad
27-0.
You can't even say that to my dad because he literally was like, once it ended, he was like, turn off the TV. I don't want to. He was he's standing at the TV, just like, yeah,
right.
charge. Like, he is the kind of guy that is full blown, heart is racing. Like, that is everything. That is his team since he was a kid, and he feels that. And so during that game when they started losing, I was like, Dad, like, you kind of know this happens. What's the tea? He's like, Paloma, you gotta be hopeful. Like, I know I get disappointed, but you never know what the next game holds, and I'm just hopeful. And in that moment, I saw him for who he was. I looked at this grown man in his eyes, and I was like, Dad, it's just a football team. And he's just like, I know, Paloma, but this has been my team since I was a little boy, and I just want to see them win, and I'm like, I get that. And in that moment, I was like, okay, it's probably the nostalgia and that aspect of it that is so important to him, because I can't figure out what other thing can get these boys to just rage,
to act like that
and scream and lose their minds.
Yeah,
so ladies, I would like to open the table. What are the thoughts?
So that's actually, I was thinking about this when you were saying that, when you were talking about your dad in front of the TV, like emotional on this roller coaster. Can we come back? It reminded me of when I was in middle school and American Idol was airing.
Yeah.
And it was the battle of David Cook and David Archuleta.
Yes.
Oh my God, yeah.
The battle of the Davids.
The battle of the Davids.
The way I felt, because I was a David Archuleta stan.
So were we.
Like,
we are too.
Oh,
So were we.
see, I knew we were cut from the same
Yeah,
cloth.
girl. It was giving David Archuleta.
And when
simply.
he lost,
I was hurt.
oh,
I was hurt.
it was a personal attack. And so I relate to that, of the feeling, right, of standing in front of the TV, the person you're rooting for, they didn't win, you're emotional, you're stressed, but no one would take seriously the teenage girl crying over David Archuleta. They would the grown man crying over
The
a
Chargers.
football team.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
why is that, ladies?
I
Shall
don't.
we discuss?
Well, while we were home and we knew we were going to discuss this topic, we live with Paloma's boyfriend Riayn, and so we were like, Riayn, he's a big football fan. He played football in high school, and he knows what the tea is. We were like, so
We're about to do this
Mr.
podcast
Football
episode.
Man.
We want to hear a man's standpoint
Because
because right now
yeah.
we sit down. We have three girls right here chatting about. So let's
and we're talking our shit like we don't know, and none of us really care about football that much. So like we can. It's easy to talk shit about that because we don't care and it's not that deep. So we were like, let's ask this man who really cares about football. What do you think the biggest difference is between fangirls and sports bros? Take it away, Ernie. Because we asked him a lot of questions and he really gave us a lot of insight. And it was
I
like,
love that.
it was really good.
First thing he said was, as a person who played football in college, I know what it takes to play that game. It's like, he's like, you guys don't really understand the game that much. Like, the thing, but he's like, but there's plays happening.
You know the point of the game.
Yeah, I know the point of the game,
Yeah.
but I don't see the detailedness that goes into executing each play, which is incredible and talented. Obviously, that's why these people make so much money. I'm not saying that, right?
Right.
He's like, so that is a huge part. And he goes, but a lot of the times, there are people who have money on the game. And when you start adding like money, fantasy football, that kind of like gets people like the gambling part of it, like the high of winning and the lows of losing.
And that's why they act like that sometimes, right? They're screaming, crying, breaking shit, all that stuff because they're losing money.
Like actual, and I mean, if you got money on it, I'm watching it intently. Like,
Yeah.
I've never done Super Bowl, any of that just yet, but I feel like if I had at least $100 on the game, I'm like, come on, bitches, like
Yeah.
that's like something to get me going.
Yeah.
It's not as much like fangirl where I'm like, oh, Harry Styles, he's so sexy. I'm screaming because I need the money to win. Like, that's a whole other thing.
Right.
And then his final thing that he brought in was, as men, I feel that it's fun to see your team win. Like, those are my guys. Like, he's like, if you're a Charger fan, all these people in the stage, like in the stadium, are behind you, and those are your guys. And it's like a competition watching like that team versus
That's
team.
what he said. He said big like guy energy. It's a competition at the end of the day.
Which is why
Right.
David Archuleta versus David Cook was potentially, maybe you had a lot of guys in there going like, oh my God. And he's like, I bet you if there was a sing-off, it would be more involving because it's a competition. And you really want to see who's
Right.
wins.
Yes, that's what he said.
And I think there's an interesting aspect of that too, that I think in this world that we live in where men are really raised to push down their emotions, right?
Mhm.
Like we as a society don't oftentimes give men the opportunity and the not excuse, but really the space, yeah, to express themselves and be over the top and be excited. And so maybe for some people it is really about football, but maybe for other people it's like, here's a place that it is socially acceptable for me to express my emotions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, like, I feel like there's a part of men who feel like, because we asked Riayn, we were like, so how come me screaming about Justin Bieber and Harry Styles and like crying over that and like being so like emotionally invested in this, what is the difference between that and you screaming and crying and shouting and fighting people also over the Chargers or the Jets or whoever the fuck?
Yeah.
And he was like, well, you guys just think they're hot and we are like invested in the game. I said, who told you that? I said, maybe they're hot. I said, maybe you think they're hot.
Mhm.
That's something else for you to unpack.
Man.
However, sure, maybe it is that thought that like, oh, they're just so hot and I'm just so moved. But it also, we talked about like, there's a fantasy about men that are celebrities that are written like Justin Bieber, Harry Styles. There's a bunch of guys that their personas in their celebrityness is written in the female gaze.
Right.
Mhm.
Football players aren't written in the female gaze; they're written in the male gaze, which is why you guys are like nutting all over them.
Right.
Sorry, I hate to
Right.
say it, but it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you guys are like, I can't even name anybody.
Aaron Rodgers.
I was literally about to say Peyton Manning, like that was even like that's so old news. Like so I just don't even know. But it's the same vibe, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, but also this is written as as a way for women to like kind of fantasize, right? And especially if it's giving like 50s, 40s, 30s, back when men really weren't giving what they should have been giving.
Yeah.
That's why all the bitches were falling over Elvis.
They're like with his eyeliner
His
his
eyes and his hair, and
hips.
he's throwing his hips, and you guys are out here like, I'm a man, I'm zoopity bopping and bopping and booping and bop. Baby, all I want you to do
Shake
is
your
like
hips.
shake your hips one time and like bat your eyelashes once.
Yeah.
Wash your ass maybe 2 times. That's it. And that's why I like Elvis and I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, T. Like he was like, oh.
And I did mention, I was like, honestly, I don't know about all ladies, but personally, there is a feminine urge to just scream over a boy. Like,
For sure.
There's something in me that just loves screaming over like a guy.
Yeah.
And that's
And
just
I like to talk to other girls about boys. Like there's something, listen, I'm gay as hell, right? I have a boyfriend and I'm very much like, it's giving girl. But there is something about being like,
My kind of not devil's advocate, but kind of the other side. I don't even think it has to be a boy.
mm-mm.
Even if you're straight.
I think fangirling is just the term.
Yes.
But it's anyone can fangirl, right?
Yes.
It's just the term. But it's like finding that like I just love this person or this thing so
Mhm.
much that I get so excited about that I can't even like control my emotions about it.
Mhm.
Yes. And I think that's the similarity between fangirls and the sports guys. It's both the same thing of like, I have this overwhelming emotion and excitement and feeling where for the girls, especially like teenage girls, it
Yeah.
may manifest in screaming, jumping up and down. Oh
Right.
my God, I love that, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Like I'm fully about to be 27 years old. I'm going to the Taylor Swift concert next month.
You're about to throw your panties on stage, bro.
You bet I
Yeah.
am. Oh my gosh.
Right.
I'm going to be screaming, crying. And that would be viewed
Right.
as silly little girl.
Right.
Oh, why?
You know them, girls.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's really no different than, the guy at the football game who paints his whole body and
Dude.
jumping up and down. Like, and I think when I make fun of sports bros like that,
Mhm.
it's not so much that I think that is laughable. It's more so like, let's point out
We're
the
all the
hypocrisy here.
Yeah.
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 Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I won't make fun of you if you don't make fun of me. I think everyone should be able to enthusiastically love something.
Yes.
I think a lot of the times the things that people get picked on for in terms of like being a fangirl of something is like, haha, it's so funny that you care so much. Like, haha, it's so
Yeah.
funny that you like this thing so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of think we should let everyone do it. But also, I'm going to point out the hypocrisy.
you
Mhm.
should.
On that note, too, women who like or participate in sports get gatekeeped out
Oh
of.
my
Yes.
God.
Let's talk about
Yes.
Oh. But you don't get it. That's the
Or you try too hard, or you're like oh, she's a girl who likes sports. Okay, name every player that's ever played anything ever.
Yes.
Go. Oh, you don't know? Fake.
For a long,
What?
because I grew up in a sports family, right?
Mhm.
I
Right.
think actually, I'm like a pretty sporty person. I've always played sports. I've always enjoyed that.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she likes sports. All the boys are falling for her.
But I think because of that gatekeeping of sports,
Right.
and I just got tired of feeling like I needed to prove myself in any way,
Mhm.
I started differentiating myself as I hate sports. I'm a theater person. Like,
Mm.
go sports, like blah, blah, like kind of
Right.
leaning into that.
Right.
When in reality, I do like sports.
Yeah.
I do like watching sports.
Mhm.
Not really football, but other sports.
Yeah.
Right.
I love to play sports. I like engaging in sports culture. But I think I really, really shied away from that because of that, like, culture of not like other girls gatekeeping.
Right. It's almost like you as a woman can't like sports without being pick me.
Mhm.
Yeah, which is so gatekeepy. Like, why are
Yeah.
men allowed to like it just because they like it?
That's a good question. I could
I
not
don't
answer
know.
it. I
but
really
also
wanna know.
on the same vein, it's like, but men can also go to Drake concerts and be like, I fucking love Drake, like, and sing all the songs and do the whole thing, and it's not giving fangirl, but like, why not?
Well, here's the
What is
problem.
the difference?
I'm gonna go ahead and just say it's just just women being happy. Like it's the female
Yeah.
happiness that they just don't
Yeah.
get it. And you want to know? I think it just dawned on me. I honestly feel like they are just so jealous that they watch us get to fully enjoy things and see how free we are
Yeah.
and enjoy it, and they wish they too could be like that with everything.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
society tells them they
And
can't.
society. I was
Yeah.
gonna say because
Well,
imagine
honestly,
how hard.
they tell each other they can't.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's really the tea, because
Well, that's
it's not
the sad
like
part.
obviously there are a lot of like women and just people in general that are like, men crying, ew. Right, sure. But like majority of people, women specifically, are like, please
Yeah.
show any fucking
Come to the
emotion.
Taylor Swift concert with
I
me.
know.
Please just listen to a couple songs.
and
I
it's
love it
okay.
so much, right?
Like, and it's fine. And it doesn't, but I think men generally, not all men, fine, whatever. I need to say that if for sure, but like all of you. They like they categorize everything. So everything that we do, that's girl shit. That's man shit. Right? But it's like everything is for everyone.
Yes.
You and we as a society have just decided this is girl shit, this is guy shit. But really, in reality, it's music. It's all just music. It's all just sports. It's all just
Music,
activity.
sports, activities.
Like it's all
people,
just all
celebrities.
emotions. It's all feelings. It's
Yeah.
all together, and we can all do this. But we as a society have decided that this is girl shit. This is guy shit.
Because sports is for guys,
Yeah.
and there you can show your emotions. So
Right.
I'm gonna really give it to
But
you.
what's
baby.
crazy, what's so crazy, and this is a conversation I think we've had a bajillion times, is men being like, women are so emotional. Babe, guess who's not in the parking lot of the Rams Stadium trying to fight other people?
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah.
I went and saw Harry Styles, and I'm living, babes. I'm going home. I'm about to sing my titties off. I'm hugging everybody I see because I'm so happy. You're
Yeah.
fighting people. I said, who's emotional, babe? Not me.
Mhm. Yeah.
However, I do think I probably would have gotten in a fight for David Archuleta. So
Listen,
you know what?
I think we should all have the availability to fight whoever the fuck when we want to fight them. But
No,
you're
but
fighting them because your team didn't win. Like, what are we doing here?
Well, and because right, if that's the vehicle for emotion that is socially acceptable for men,
Right.
and then this is their only place to express that in a way that is not viewed as feminine,
Right.
it's like now everything I am is invested in this, and now I have to go fight someone in the parking lot.
That's so funny.
Right. That's like crazy though. Like, dude, you're like fighting people, and you're telling me that I'm
Well,
too emotional.
it's giving
That's crazy.
you don't have the emotional regulation.
Yeah, you don't have
to
the
calm
capacity.
you're
Yeah.
not. You don't have the emotional regulation to take a moment, calm yourself down, and be like,
Mhm.
hey, I'm feeling upset because we lost. Let me not kick someone's ass and go to jail.
Can you imagine if
Right.
after the Tonys we were like fighting people? in a
That's what I'm
parking
trying
lot?
to say, dude.
Great comment was so snubbed. Boom, 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 boom.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I've never attended an award show or even a game. I've been to football games. I've been to basketball games. I've been to sports games.
I
and
mean-
I've been to fucking theater shit. And I'm like,
They are so scary that my dad wouldn't let me go to a Charger versus Raider game for so
Yeah.
long. He
Yeah,
literally told me, he
dude,
was like,
no, it's
he
crazy.
literally, he said, you're a little girl,
Yeah.
and that's not a safe place for you because I know if you showed up in a Charger jersey, those guys are mean enough to where they will be nasty. And that's true. I ended up waiting till I was older because I always wanted to go a Charger and Raider game because I want to see the commotion of it all.
Mhm.
And guess what? They are fucking assholes. They're like, oh, your fucking daddy thought you could win. Oh, I was in the parking lot. My dad literally almost actually got into a fight because a man was calling after me and being like, hey, what you doing after this game? Because that ass, like, it gives them permission to speak and behave certain ways because someone's wearing one jersey and someone's wearing another. And it's weird
Ew.
and ugly. And I don't know what it's about.
Dude, we were at Legoland of all
Literally
places.
for kids.
Yep, with our friends and their kids. And one of our
Mm.
friends, one of the dads, was wearing a football jersey. And I couldn't tell you what the two teams were, but they were rivals. Some guy comes up to him while we're waiting in line for burgers and fries at Legoland and tries to pick a fight with him.
No.
Like, oh, like you think that jersey makes you so tough because your team's about to lose? Like, we could take it over here, blah, blah, blah. And our friend was like,
Bro.
I'm with my children. Like, I'm just wearing a jersey.
I'm about to get on this dragon
I'm
roller
wearing a
coaster.
shirt. I'm wearing a shirt
Yeah.
because I can't. It's giving no shirt, no shoes. I can't come in. I have a shirt on because I'm clothed.
Yeah.
And that's where I do think it's important to point out that, like, it is a very small fraction of sports fans
Yes.
who take it to that
Yes,
level.
but they do exist.
But they do, and I do think it's a little bit too normalized.
Well, it is. No, it is.
Yeah.
Like, let's just for a moment imagine it's the Grammys, it's the Tonys, it's the Oscars, whatever award show. That's the equivalent of a game, right? That's the
Yeah.
equivalent to the Super Bowl. It's the same thing.
It's the playoffs.
Yeah, it's the playoffs of actors, of singers, of
yeah.
performers, whatever. And there are people in the parking lot of the arena or whatever fighting. That would be on the news.
And that would be,
And those people would be like, this is so embarrassing. Like, not these people fighting in the blah, 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 blah.
They'd be like over a movie.
That's what,
And you're
it's,
like, oh, but you can fight over a game.
over a game.
That's real.
And it's not my fault that you bet on it. Maybe don't do that.
Yeah.
I simply, listen, I have nothing against gambling, but if you're going to fight people in the parking lot, maybe then don't do it. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe to
It's
choose
giving
something else.
drama for me.
That's maybe what it is where they get it from. I mean, they live for that shit.
They live
They
for
love
it.
that shit.
And they won't stop.
No.
And football's not going anywhere. The NFL has
So
such
much
a
money.
grip on America. And listen, listen, I like to watch a football game too, and I like the Super Bowl, and it's all good. And I'm not saying whatever. I really don't even care.
I'll be seeing Rihanna at the Super Bowl. Ooh.
Bro!
Once we're done this, we'll
Yo,
take it over there.
dude. Miss Riri.
Now that's a game I want. And see, there I am. I'm gonna be there screaming, excited.
And guess what I'm not gonna do? Fight any bitch in the parking lot.
Yeah. Wow thoughts.
Hey, oh my god, I
Yeah.
forgot about that song.
I'm so
Rihanna.
I
Ooh.
genuinely love the Super Bowl, like, culture around
Me
it.
too.
And not in the terms of, like, sports culture, whatever. But, like, it is a cultural moment in the U.S. of, like,
for sure.
Get
the
together.
food, the family, the friends. You're watching the commercials. When else is
No one else gives a fuck about commercials. Everyone hates commercials until the Super
the
Bowl.
Super
comes.
Bowl?
No one cares about the. Wait, is this my time to tell you guys that I was in a Super Bowl commercial long time ago?
Tell us.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know this.
Okay, but it's like super small, which is why I don't say a lot. But a long time ago, I was, it was
Give it
great.
to
So I was in a Doritos commercial, not a couple.
That's like the top of the
Dude,
iconic Super Bowl
Doritos,
commercial.
bro? Come
Okay,
on.
well, here-
it's giving Doritos and Clydesdale. You know what I mean?
So here's the thing. They were actually hosting so I think if I look back online, I'll know that's the year it came out. So Doritos was hosting a Super Bowl thing where they were allowing everyone to submit their best Dorito commercial, and that would get the spot to air that day in the Super Bowl. So it
I
was like
remember that.
So that year, there was a shit ton of like small productions, big productions trying to get that Dorito spot because
Right.
obviously Super Bowl commercials are the
do
biggest
the best,
bang,
yeah.
right? So I was an extra, and the set was we were at a church. This gentleman was watching the Super Bowl in the casket filled to the brim with Doritos. And he's like, go, 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 go,
In a
go.
casket?
The casket opens up. He rolls down because he cheers so hard that like he rolls out and everyone's like crying. And he's like, they won. And we're like, oh, he's alive. It's like a very hysterical thing. So there I am. I'm attending the funeral and I'm like crying. And I was this young little thing. And I remember hearing like or seeing the day of finally watching the freaking commercial and being like, holy shit, that commercial got picked up. And so every single time that it ended up getting aired, I was like getting a check.
You were getting residuals?
I was in the mail just randomly. I was like, it's giving. So
Giving money.
So it's giving money. I was just like and I was like, I'm telling you, just like some extra, but we got
How
the spot.
old were you?
Gosh, maybe 13, 14. And I
Oh,
will tell you, that was
baby.
my first and only time on set that I was actually extremely ill. I actually had like a really bad like cold fever, like or like in the middle of the shoot, all of a sudden I could feel body aches and it kept going. You know when the shoot just goes on for godforsaken ever?
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
my mom being like, "Are you okay? Like we can go home." And I was like, "Girl, we just made it out all the way out here for this." And I was fighting through it. So I'm so thankful it aired and it made it. So that's my claim to
You're
fame.
making your coins, girl.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the Justin Timberlake Janet Jackson Super Bowl?
I do.
Oh yeah.
I have a very, very clear memory. Like my church at the time that I went to, I was like obviously very young, and they would show the Super Bowl at the church because we had like we had like
Wait a second.
No.
They would air the Super Bowl at the church.
Yeah, because we were able to have like a big like
Praise God.
screen.
Yeah, and you get people in the
And-
doors.
and I mean,
community.
and
Yeah.
everyone liked football, and everyone was able to like we cooked, and it was like
Yeah.
potluck vibes, like it
love
was just
it.
like community, and I didn't give a fuck. Like I don't know, it was just like super. I didn't care. I was like so young, and I just was going to church like I did every other day, and I remember watching the halftime show like everybody else was, and Justin Timberlake was getting a little handsy and just like truly like ripped out Janet Jackson's like titty on the air, and then it cut because nobody knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I fully remember being like, that's weird, and then it cutting and going black because like they shut down like it like
Yeah.
cameras turned
Cut the
off.
cameras, cut the cameras.
No,
Yeah, it
cut
was very much
cut
that, yeah.
the cameras
They didn't have a
because
commercial prepared.
no, because that wasn't supposed to happen
Yeah.
at all. And I so remember that like so, and I'm like, what? That was weird. And then the TV turned off, and I was like, so everybody thought that was weird. And I remember
That guy,
everybody
that
and like
guy.
all the kids and like everybody was like really super weirded out.
Yeah.
But now that I think about it, I'm like, that was like really not it.
I actually just watched a couple months ago a documentary on it that was on Hulu. I really recommend it.
Oh,
And
period.
it talked about the whole event, the coverage of it, and then also the implications and how it significantly hurt Janet Jackson's career and
For sure.
honestly helped Justin Timberlake.
Which is insane.
the misogyny.
Dude, he pulled her boob out and
Yeah.
she got
How
wrecked
could you
for
let
it?
your boob come out when that man did that to you? I said.
She said,
"Mm,
well, what?
good job, dude. You flashed the boob. Good, thank you for that.
Like-
what the honestly, that actually outrages me.
No, it makes
that's
me so
actually what
angry.
happened.
And then she went on TV and she apologized for it, just like
Yeah.
and then people took that as, oh, she's admitting blame. Oh, it's her fault.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that
But like
bonkers?
that doesn't even make sense because like sure she could be like, I'm sorry that happened, like I didn't obviously plan for that or mean for that to happen, but like how is this my fault?
Yeah. I mean, it's misogyny. It's also racism,
Yeah, no, yeah, well,
you
yeah.
know? And
Yeah.
it's that whole, I think that whole situation was just kind of this jumping off point for, because it's this most watched event in America, right? So we have all these people from all these different walks of life. And I think that was a
Mhm.
moment that
Mhm.
allowed people who already felt a certain type of way
Mhm.
about Hollywood, about performers, about also Black women, to
Mhm.
use that as a vehicle to be like, look at this. This is so distasteful.
This is
and
what
on
Hollywood-
television.
It's so crazy because you think about things like you think about situations like that, and then I don't know how much you guys know about like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and that whole situation, right? Like that show was like such a important and significant show for Black people just in general, and then for Black women because there were like a handful of Black women on the show, light skin, dark skin, all of that like had a really big impact on Hollywood. And Aunt Viv, who played Will Smith's aunt, something was happening in her life. I think she might have like something was going on with her, and they ended up firing her or something. And Will Smith, who was really young at the time, he was giving like 20, 21, said a lot of like hurtful, damaging things about her and her career, and she never got hired again.
Ugh.
And it sucked because he said things like she was difficult to work with, she was aggressive, like all of the damaging words that people use against black women. And she was a dark-skinned black woman, which obviously was extra not helpful. And she lost her entire career while she was going through like a really difficult time because of the things that were said about her. And it's sad because later on, you know, they had a reunion, and Will Smith now, who is a grown man, had an open conversation with her, and she was like, "You literally ruined my life." And he's like, "I'm sorry. Like, I was like young and stupid, and I like didn't know." And she's like, "That's fine, but
Young, stupid
you
Will
fucked
Smith,
me
really,
up.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you literally ruined my entire career because of the two things you said to the tabloids or to whoever."
Yeah, I think rumor was like they were like it was always Will Smith and her were like
Yeah.
butting heads on set. So
Mhm.
then
And she was difficult, and she was aggressive, and she didn't want to comply, and she was this and she was that, and and she had to take the blame for that and lost all of her entire career. Like, she didn't work after that.
Yeah.
Like, that was the thing she did, and that was it. No one ever saw her again.
Oh my god.
And so it's giving same thing with Janet Jackson, right? Where like that wasn't even her fault. Nothing even happened. Like, she didn't do anything, but she had to take the blame for that, and that significantly hurt her career because this man who said whatever, did whatever, was able. I mean, it's the same. This is controversial, but like same thing with Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears. He said a lot of shit about her, a ton of shit about her, and everybody was like, "Ew, Britney, this and that and this and that and that," and like look at how that affected her career
yeah.
because this man said something about her, and everybody chose to
Justin's
believe
done a
him.
lot of crazy things now that we're sitting here.
Yeah.
chatting about it. I'm like,
He but like men can say so much and really genuinely like dictate a woman's career,
Yeah.
Well, you believe them.
Well, and do you think
which I don't know why.
right?
They just prove to be liars
I
all the
don't know
time. So why
why.
would we believe? It's like so insane.
Is it men believing men? I
No,
don't know.
no, but it is.
I mean, that's
It's-
probably what it is.
It is. And that's why men say, but not all men. I said, who told you that? No girl said not all men. We all said all of them. And you guys were like, but not all. I said, prove me wrong.
And all y'all be saying, girls, this. Do you actually
Ooh,
have you
name
really,
one,
have you
name
really heard a girl
five.
really be like, not all girls? I said, no, none of us say that because we know.
Because we are self-aware enough to know that like you can. Here's the thing. I said this.
Say it, please.
I've said this to my boyfriend, and we had a conversation. I said, when I say all men, I do mean them all. But if you yourself know that you are not included in that, then you should not feel a type of way.
Yes.
But if you do, then you are all men.
Yep.
I didn't say you, Joe, act like this, that, and that like everybody else. And you're like, but I didn't say that. I said men do this and that. Well, not me. I didn't say you. And if you feel attacked or you feel a type of way, that's between you and the Lord.
In the wise words of Woody, if the shoe fits, wear it. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not talking about you, babe.
Well,
I'm not
and that's
talking about you.
exactly it. If you feel attacked by that, that's really on you.
That's fully
That's
on you,
personal.
dude.
And I've seen the same happen, and I'm sure, Riayn, you especially can speak to this, of white people who feel like when people say, you know, oh, white people are racist, they're like, not me, not me, not me, not me, not me.
Not me. And I'm like, you can acknowledge that maybe that's not how you think and act now, but at some time there is potential that you have acted that way or contributed to
Yep.
that thing. And I'm not saying you have done this, you have said this, you have this, that, and that, but maybe you have fallen into the category of what I'm speaking about, and I'm not calling you out. Like, it's fine, but you can acknowledge without being like, but not me.
Yeah.
I'd rather you say, oh, okay, and understand rather than your defense. Or yeah, because
No,
they're-
defense.
Yeah, because that's
Because
what
then they care more about
The
being lumped
outlook.
in with that,
Yeah.
the look, the
Mhm.
optics, than the hurt or,
Right.
you know, whatever the feeling is.
Yes.
It's they're putting their discomfort at being lumped in with that before whatever
What I'm
emotion
actually
you're
even saying.
and a part of me
expressing.
just wants to be
Exactly.
like, okay, great, don't miss the point. As I was saying, all men, like, it just is
Right,
so-
like,
you're
I'm not-
all men. I said, great, glad that you don't feel that way. As I was saying, if it doesn't apply to you, then
Then
move
why are
on.
you? That's exactly what I said. I said, I'm not talking about you. And you know that.
If there's situations where people are saying people do this, if I'm not doing it, I really don't assume you're
I've
talking
never.
about me. I
Dude,
don't.
that's why I said. I said
don't.
if you were like, and women be so emotional and they do this and that, I'm like, see, they be emotional as fuck. Like, yeah, you right.
Sorry, not to have a like full moment here, but I find that in conversations, because I'm sure you guys have had so many of them, I have had so many of them, and only with men in my life and men that I deeply care about. And in the moment, I think the thing that's the most frustrating is you're sitting there being vulnerable, sharing information, and being delicate about how you word things because you're trying to give everyone the benefit of the doubt, treat them, talk to them like they're a person.
Right.
And to have, especially a man, a brother, friend, lover, whoever look at you, interrupt you because they feel slightly uncomfortable.
Right.
And it almost feels like they're trying to make you quiet. And you don't need to be quiet for anyone.
Right.
It's kind of like shushing because not all men, so that stops the argument. Like,
You're
you can stop talking there because not all men.
Not me, though.
Let me finish.
I said, what do you say? I'm not talking about you. But if you feel a type of way, that's on you. And that's an internal battle. That's something you need to figure out. I didn't call you out of your name to tell you how horrible of a person you are. I said men are trash. If you're not trash, then you don't feel that way. I don't know.
But if the shoe fits.
Wear it, bro. Sorry. Grow your feet. So what, now that we've just shit on every man to exist, football.
Yeah, football.
And we're back. Does anyone have anything to say about that?
Wait. Before we go into another topic, I want to ask Sierra because you actually did what's it called?
Fantasy football.
No,
you did
fantasy.
fantasy football this past season, right? So you're still in it? Because fantasy.
I don't know how it works.
How does it work, actually?
Yeah, so
Do you pay?
I know there's a draft.
Is
Yes.
there money?
So you can pay, you cannot. I think we did like a $10 or $20 buy-in or something. I've realized I appreciate my family for like wanting to include me in this activity, but it's not for me. I tried it. My mom had to constantly text me to tell me to update my lineup because like I for the first couple weeks I was into it. You know, it was fine.
Yeah, I remember we had a lot of chats about Kenzie's brother being put in the thing.
Well, that's the other thing. So Kenzie's brother is an NFL player, so I drafted him, and then he got injured. And then everyone in my family was like, you have to drop him and pick someone else. I was like, I'm not dropping Kyle.
And they're like, but he can't play. And you're like,
I'm like, I don't care.
You're like, I want him.
This is
I want him on my team, on my
loyalty.
bench.
Yes.
Yeah. You're like, I don't care. That is such a girl way of playing. You're like, I don't care.
I'm loyal.
I'm
bitch.
loyal.
He's on my bench, not playing.
They're
I
like,
don't
he's
care.
injured. I'm like, I don't care.
That is so
Love
funny.
him.
So I've realized fantasy football is not for me, and that's okay. I thought that maybe it would make me more invested in the games because I am from a family where if it's football season, it doesn't matter what season, whatever sports in season, it's on all the time, but especially football and basketball. So like we were in Big Bear, anytime we were in the house, games on. And like people are talking and playing games and stuff, but like games on.
It's background.
Yeah, and I thought maybe this would make me more invested, but it didn't. So I'm out, but it was
out
worth a
like
shot.
what? Like
I'm just not going to play again.
oh.
Like she had
Is
a good
it
time.
over?
No.
So we were in the playoffs, and I actually did decently well, which is kind of funny. But I just lost, so I'm out now.
Like of the whole thing.
So you
Sorry.
don't play up until the Super Bowl? Like you
I
get
guess
out?
if your team loses, then what are you playing?
But I thought you have like players and teams from all different ones.
team.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You know, you're asking
don't
the
know.
wrong girl.
She don't know. She don't know.
I just know that they told me I don't have to update my lineup anymore.
Oh, honey, you don't have to do anything. Just give me your login.
So who knows? I could still be in it, and they're just like, whatever.
No, your mom setting up
honestly,
your line.
I hope you make some money.
Yeah, we'll
Like,
see.
I don't know what the tea is or what the teams are. Well, I don't know anything, but I hope you get money out of this, honestly. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, you know, I think I'm just accepting that this is a difference that my family and I have, and that's okay.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Compare for us. Which one did you like better? Because I know you've competed in the Bachelor or Bachelorette like fantasy leagues before versus fantasy football.
You've done the Bachelorette
Oh
League?
my
There's
gosh.
a Bachelorette League?
The Bachelorette leagues are fun, but the problem is it's always spoiled, so people can look up spoilers. So I feel like that kind of takes some of the fun away from it. Whereas with football, you can't spoil
You
it.
literally have to watch the game.
Yes.
Mm.
So I would say, but I do like
Wait.
doing.
How? How does it get spoiled?
They have people who can spoil it because the couples are actually together. So, oh, they were sighted here. This person posted an Instagram story with this in the background. Like, it's out there. And then also even just from analyzing the trailers, like even if it's not technically a spoiler.
Okay,
it's giving women are in the FBI.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Exactly.
Girlies are like, this is for fun, but let me watch this over and over to see if I can catch any spoilers
Yes.
for myself.
Gotcha. Okay, I see.
So I'd go like Bachelor, Fantasy, and March Madness are kind of similar to me, and then like fantasy football is low.
Got it.
Okay. Well, I would like to say, not to bring up this man again. However, when we went to the retreat and you guys played pickleball, you with the Ryans, he recently hurt himself playing basketball. So he's like, I'm retiring. Which is like not true. That's not true.
That's so not
I don't believe him at all. But he's like, but I could get into pickleball. And I was like, okay. He was like, yeah, like I played it and Sierra was like so good. And I just like, I felt really inspired. Like I could really get into it. And I was like, period, get into it.
We
like,
did not
let's
talk
get
about how
into
Sierra
it.
kicked some ass on the pickleball court.
We never talked about that. Sierra,
Speaking of sporty
is
gal,
a sporty.
yes, she is.
It's giving sporty spice, okay?
But you know who outsported the sportied me?
Your mother?
My freaking mom.
Dude,
Your
I want to say,
mom.
push pause, because facts, Wes, your father was sitting behind us, and your mom went out there to play, and da-da-da. And he's like, my money's on Lori. And we were like, it's not on Sierra. And he was like, no. And we were like, why? And he was like, Lori played. And we were
Lori
like,
played.
period. And Lori played. She went off.
Not only is she good at pickleball, my mom is one of the most competitive people I've ever met. So she is never just going to half-ass it. She is going like hard.
It was very clear that she was not playing games. Like, at all.
And that's my entire family. That's everyone
When I
in
saw
my
Lori
family.
get on the court, I was like, that
Dude,
is
Wes
where Sierra
was
gets
so
the
dead
sporty
ass.
competitiveness right
Wes
there.
was so dead ass. He was like, Lori. And we were like, not Sierra. And he was like, no.
I'm
He
not
said-
putting my
he
money
said,
on me either.
Lori plays. I said, well, that's
and
all
you know
I
what?
needed to
She
know. And
did
she
not,
played.
No, she didn't play.
Well,
she
did.
came
She
around.
didn't come to play. She came to win. And guess
Yeah,
what she did? Win.
She won, yeah.
She did.
What a
But,
queen.
however, you fought.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you were
And you
so
won.
good.
You were so good.
Oh, thank you so much.
You were so
I
good.
do love pickleball. It is so fun.
It is very cute.
It's a cute sport,
It's a
right?
cute- like,
You get the cute little outfit.
Like, who cares about sports? But I could care about pickleball.
That's what I'm saying, ladies. Let's like do a sport like not tennis or golf.
Tennis is
Just for the
hard.
outfit.
But
Tennis is
pickleball's nice because
hard.
it's less running than tennis.
Oh,
Yeah, tennis
It's a
is
smaller
hard.
court.
okay. Then we could do pickleball.
I could be into pickleball.
I got a new
Okay.
pickleball racket for Christmas. It is cute.
Oh, really?
Listen, I could do pickleball.
I could get a cute outfit for pickleball.
Yeah.
I could do pickleball. I could also do basketball. I used to play basketball when I was
Yeah.
younger. It's giving like most aggressive. I got that award like 4 years in a row. And I don't think it was because I was playing.
and
I
what-
was just like fighting.
They're like,
maybe.
I'm
look
like-
at the looks that she's giving the other team. That is aggressive.
aggressive.
Which I was like, because something interesting is girl Riayn is not competitive.
No.
She's not a competitive person, which works out
No.
nicely because I'm competitive as hell. So when
Yeah.
we all play games at home,
I'm just vibing.
she's
like
like,
I'm
Mama, I
there
don't
to have
give
a good time.
damn.
Like LOL. She's like, I'm trying to win. I'm like, well, I'll help you win.
Yeah.
But I don't care. Like it's so fine.
I'm honestly
It will not
I'm
win.
like a cheat to win type of
Oh, yeah,
gal.
she'll
Like,
cheat. Yeah, she's a cheater.
I hate to admit, but I'm a cheat.
And that's why
type of
boy
gal.
Ryan hates playing with
with
her
me.
because
Mhm.
she'll cheat.
But
And
guess
he
what?
is
I always
so
But I love that you're
By the rules.
self-aware about that.
It's a skill also to cheat without being caught.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's part of the game.
Thank you. No, I know this sounds crazy, and this was when I first had this. wait.
We get each other, P. We get
Thank
each
you.
other.
Thank you for that because I feel seen right now. I feel seen and held because yeah, it's hard to cheat. Like it's a talent to cheat and not be caught. And when my boyfriend heard that sentence from me, he would looked at me and he looked at my mom. Why are you blinking?
It's hard to cheat.
and not get caught. If this gets pulled out of context, I'm so fucked.
Oh yeah, cheat.
No,
It's hard
literally,
being a cheater.
yesterday, we were playing games with my family. We were playing this game called Herd Mentality, where you're supposed to write down your answer to like lock it in, and then everyone reads it. And we wanted to play like just sitting around the couch, so we didn't have to actually like sit at the table together. And so we're like, okay, well, everyone just like write it on your phone. And then my brother was like, well, I don't have my phone, so I'm just gonna think it. And this is my older brother. My younger brother, we wouldn't think he would cheat. But we all look at each other and we're like, Jordan, you have to write it down. Like, absolutely not. Like, no. And then he got all offended. And then Steven goes, I would say, honestly, for everyone in this family, except maybe Austin, and maybe West, but probably still West. You guys need to write it down. I was like, that's fair. That's fair.
The whole family, fair,
Yep.
fair.
We got to write it down.
Why? Because you guys
We're too
could
competitive.
to
The
win.
desire to
And
win.
Wait, so you want to win so bad you would cheat?
See,
Say
when
it,
you
Sierra.
say it
Just
like
say,
that,
say it.
But
Sierra.
but is if
I worry that I think that's part of the issue, but more so the issue is that we're all going to be accusing each other of cheating if you didn't write it down, which did happen. Like that, because my older brother was like, "Well, I'll just be the first one to say it, so I can't like change my
be
answer
accused
to
of cheating
fit everyone else." And still, we were like, "Nuh-uh, nuh-uh, you didn't write it down. Show us your paper. What did you write?"
Jesus.
I love it. They're all like, you're cheating.
God, no, dude, no.
I would. Ooh. I
What
wouldn't
it-
do well in that family because I'd be
So-
cheated too. Don't invite me over, that girl.
most of you could be accused of cheating, for the exception of Austin, maybe sometimes.
Yeah, and Austin's very competitive, but I think unlike the rest of us, his morals outweigh his competitiveness. Whereas I think for the rest of us,
Winning is higher.
we have morals, but competitiveness,
Yeah.
It is,
maybe
yeah.
And I honestly think that's why I bend it, because I know it's just a game, so I don't care to cheat.
But that's why I don't care.
Saying that seems
But that's
so
what I
funny.
don't care, because it's just a game. Like, I'm just here to have fun. Like, it's just fine. Like, I don't understand
We need
why.
people like you in the world.
yeah, we
but
do.
but
we do.
what
we
is
need more
the-
Ryans.
What it?
Well, actually,
if-
we don't need more people named Ryan. And
No.
We're good on Ryan.
Listen,
Sierra.
if you are pregnant currently and or getting a child from wherever you get children, they don't need to be named Ryan.
There's enough Ryans. We're good.
There are simply so many other names. That's not relevant to what we're talking about, but don't do
just
it.
wanted to say.
I just want to point that out
Put it
there.
out there.
If you are gonna name your child Ryan, you should spell it like our Ryan, not a
should.
regular Ryan.
You should.
Can you spell your name for out loud?
and cite me on the birth certificate.
Ryan, please
Just
spell
so
your
I know.
name out loud, because I feel
Yeah,
like
because it's RIAYN. For those who still
my
struggle.
favorite is the RYANNE. I saw that one and I was like, wow,
No,
we
that's-
are getting
That's Rianne.
the E really threw me off. I was like,
the
bro,
silent E at
that's
the
crazy.
end. I was like, baby.
Yeah.
Give
Or
me-
they like get the I, but it's like RYIAN, and I'm like, just flip it a little
So
bit.
close.
But it's also the people that comment on my own stuff that spell it wrong. I'm like,
You're like, the name is
name
here.
is like right in front of you.
They're,
It's like so
close,
crazy. They're like,
so close.
I can't read, and I'm like, that's fair. Me, I'm
You
also
know,
illiterate.
I have to double check the spelling on Jaden's name all the time.
It's the
T.
D and the
It's
Y
the
and the
D
D
and the
Dude.
Y and the E.
Because it's JAD. JAD.
Y. It's
It's
Jaden.
YN.
not Jaden.
Jaden.
It's spelled
If
Jaden.
it was Jaden, it would be JAY.
DN.
Jaden.
She's like,
she said,
and
we're like,
She's-
okay,
she
so
goes-
your name is
She goes,
Jaden.
tell my mom. Tell my mom.
Sierra's like, you should have spelt it
But me, no, but me as fuck. No, me too though.
But
They're
as
like,
fuck.
it's this. I'm like, tell my mom.
No,
What do you
as
want me
hell.
to do?
As hell,
I didn't name
know.
myself.
We
I'm
have
just
no
here.
choice.
No,
We get birthed and we get named.
and that's it.
Okay.
We should change our name.
Okay, I'll go.
I'm Jaden.
Let's go.
My name is Jaden.
How do you spell it?
JADYN.
Ah, there you go.
Paloma, was it nice to have a name that couldn't be like misspelled?
Yes. Yes. But you know what? I'm officially
They say it wrong though. Can you please? Let's just talk about it. Let's talk about it. You can
Oh.
talk about it.
Oh, my. Yeah. So, I grew up here, and so I've always adjusted to saying my name is Paloma. It like pronounced P-U-H. And my mother, growing up as I was a little girl, was like still like, that's not your name. You have to say my name is not Paloma. It's Paloma. And I'm like, yeah, it's really hard to just like jump into people and be like, oh, it's not Paloma, it's Paloma. And it's like hard because I also feel like there's like an accent to it. So I just kind of conformed myself. And so when I introduced myself, I was just like, oh, hi, I'm Paloma. And my mom was like, at least you could say Paloma. And I don't know, when I say it so fast, I've just caught myself so many times saying that, and I have to repeat myself. Like, if I say, hi, my name is Paloma, they'll go, sorry? And I go, oh, Paloma. And they go, oh. And I
Right.
get it, and I just am tired of, like, the confusion and the explaining, so I just
Right.
kind of, Paloma.
So it's Paloma.
Paloma.
If you're wondering. We all. I mean, we've been best friends for 6 years. And I'm like, Paloma.
But that's
Palomi.
That was so southern that it almost was Australian. Arner,
Paloma.
Wait, you guys. Speaking of the
Palermo.
parlarma and the
Please.
nar, they're saying that is like
Alamayar.
Gen Z doing that is like us going Ermagerd. That's what they're saying. It's the equivalent. They're like, all right, Gen Z, don't want to call you
Oh
out,
my god,
but
TBT.
the nar is the same as
Ermagerd.
Ermagerd. So
I feel like we've talked about this, but what's the equivalent of RAR XD?
Be fucking for real. It's not, because that's actually like cool. But I don't know. Rawr.
I'm like
Honestly,
trying to
that
think what that was.
really
What was
might have
that?
been a blimp in the universe.
Do you guys ever just look back at like our, not our childhood, really like our tween years, our teen years, like the peak millennial cringe, and just like collectively cringe at the whole experience? Like it's not one specific thing.
It's just all
It's
of it.
all
It's just everything.
100%.
And knowing that parts of it are not going to come back. Like, I really don't think putting headbands over our bangs and leaving that mark on our forehead is going to come back. I just,
But what if it does? Like, what is your reaction going to be if it does come back? Like, if you saw a girl in the streets.
I would
like
love
that.
it.
I'm going to start posting my pics from then and be like, TBT.
No,
They're back in.
truly. I don't think I would participate, though.
No, I wouldn't participate anymore.
I think that's where
No.
I would be like,
Yeah, no,
love
TBT.
that.
Yeah, that's why I'd put my TBT and
but
be like,
I would be like, I'm not. I just.
Are there any millennial trends that if they came back, you would participate in?
Yeah, honestly, leg warmers. I'd do it.
Ooh.
I'd do it. I think that I would be able to. I feel like I could style those in a way that would make it make sense for me.
I think so. You should do it now. Be the trendsetter.
ooh,
Make-
baby, she a fashionista.
Yeah.
Period.
As we're thinking about that, honestly, I don't know if they ever went away. They probably never did. But for me, Uggs are coming back so strong right now. And I feel like they were just so like, in my time, back in my day when I was in middle school, they were coming out with colors, sparkles, high top, low top. And
Yeah.
now I feel like I came back after Christmas and everyone's like, oh, these new Uggs. And I was like, oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
Uggs were doing a thing again. So maybe she's popular again. Yeah.
Yeah.
As someone who never stopped loving Uggs, I feel
Mm.
like that meme from Titanic where she's like, it's been 84 years.
Yeah. That's you being like,
That's
thank
me.
God it's back.
As an Ugg wearer, do you like acknowledge or can you notice that people are? It's like more trendy.
As an
Yeah,
Okay.
ugly.
As an ugly
As an
lady.
Ugg.
Yes. I feel like now it's so funny. So my little brother is dating Jaden's sister.
Mhm.
And so Jaden's sister Bethany was just on a family trip with us. And she had like the cute little cropped Uggs that are like slightly platform. I'm like,
Right.
dude, if Bethany's wearing Uggs,
I
they're
think
cool.
Uggs,
Yeah.
bro.
They're
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
the
yeah.
platform
she's
ones
like
are in.
21. She's like all
Oh, it's
cute
like
with her little
giving Gen
outfits.
Z
Yeah.
vibes.
Oh yeah.
Right,
So I'm like,
right,
okay,
right.
all right, Bethany. I didn't bring my Uggs to Big Bear,
But just know that I do have
I do
some.
have them.
It is our
Thank
live-in
you.
Gen Z over there. Look at her face. She's
No,
like,
right.
no.
You don't like Uggs?
She doesn't like the Uggs. Oh
Do
my
you
God,
think the
maybe it
Uggs
was
are
just for us.
bad? My sister right now is she's 13, but she still wears skinny jeans. Like they wear skinny jeans still. And I don't know if that's just like she's in middle school, right? Like is that Gen Z? No, right? What
That's
year was she
Generation
born?
Alpha, I think.
Well, she was born in 2008. Wait, 2008? 2009? 2009. Shit, wait, what is it?
Also, Ryan, read the room. One of us is wearing skinny jeans.
It's not me.
I'll
I'll tell you that.
I'd categorize those as more of a mom jean.
I was gonna say
Straight legs, straight
those are
legs.
straight
They are
leg.
high waisted, but they are a skinny fit and the skinny taper.
Okay.
Oh, they got the
Okay.
skinny taper.
Listen, it's
It's
okay.
It's giving comfort jeans.
Wait, did comfort
Emotional
ones-
support jeans.
No, I do
those
have a pair.
Hollister jeggings?
Those were like
They had us in a
painted on.
chokehold.
Those were painted on. Those were leggings with
It
with,
was
with
giving-
jean painted
bro.
pattern.
Bro, and if you didn't have, I hate to do this right now, but if you didn't have panties on, you knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you could just see it. You could just see it all.
I never had
my God,
them. I
you're
didn't
tell-
know this.
Okay, honestly,
Okay.
you're
Dude, they
telling
were
me this
so
and I
ti-
like never wear underwear. So like this is actually tragic. Like and as a kid, I don't think
Bro,
you could see. Oh my God. Well, actually no, as jeans. When I'm wearing jeans, I wear
You did. I was
underwear.
gonna say you didn't wear underwear with jeans.
Well, these are
Jegging, but
different
those were
jeggings.
jeggings.
These
It
are
was giving
legging,
leggings.
yeah, exactly. With jeans,
No,
I'll wear undies. but
Well,
these are like-
I don't know what the fuck you were doing, but we knew.
okay, I have the age ranges for Generation Alpha.
Okay.
So Generation Alpha
Sorry,
is
girl.
2010 to 2024,
Oh,
and you said she was born.
2008.
So
Or
she
9.
is Generation Gen Z.
She's Gen Z.
oh my gosh.
But Grace is Generation Alpha.
Can't wait to tell her to teach us stuff.
right?
She's gonna keep us young.
She's gonna
Generation
educate
Alpha?
Jaden.
Wait, what is that? What is it again? 20
Generation Alpha.
But what
It's
is it?
2010.
2010 to 2024. So all the kids that are being born now are also Generation Alpha.
Damn, so I like have to have a kid before 2024 for it to like not be so far away from like my own generation.
Otherwise, they're gonna be Generation Beta.
Oh, beta.
Who's naming these people?
It's giving
They go
don't
in-
have kids.
They go in order.
It's just giving don't do it.
Ugh.
Because then there'll be generation beta like the fish. Ew.
And we hate fish here. Yeah, we do not
Shit,
accept
we do
any
not.
fish content.
No.
If you're
No.
a fish, hit the road. You can like anything you want except fish.
I love all animals
like
but fish.
sports, you can like theater, but
yeah,
fish.
but fish. That's where we draw the line.
Yep.
Right,
Nope.
P?
Agreed. Those nasty little scaly legs. I know. What if they just suck your toe and you're in the water?
Bro.
No. Bro, it's disgusting. The thought of them makes me cringe.
Oh my gosh. If we ever do like a truth or dare episode, I want to dare you to do one of those fish like exfoliators where you have to put your feet in the tank and they eat the dead skin off your feet. Have you seen
Okay,
that?
but it has to be like if she doesn't do it, the truth has to be so insane.
So bad.
Because she'll want to do it. It's got to be like, tell us about your first time. Tell us about losing your virginity. It's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like that.
I mean, I'm putting the toes in.
That's what I'm saying. It's got to
Oh
be
my
like the most
gosh.
craziest shit
The
for her
thought
to
of
not do it.
sticking my feet in there honestly makes me just like crawl out of my skin. I would just be screaming. I'd be like, "You're a bitch for that one, Sierra!" at the top of my lungs through that whole thing. I can tell.
What would be something equally as bad for me that you'd have to make me sit through?
Honestly, anything.
Oh wait, you'd have to sit through a movie.
Conservative.
Yeah, no, you'd have to sit through a movie, and you cannot look up the plot or like anything. No phone.
No.
you can't
no,
talk.
a show,
nothing.
a show,
Mhm.
a series that is like popular as hell.
Your
and you
hands?
can't
Are
hand-
underneath
handcuffed.
you.
Like Game of Thrones or Westworld or something? 'Cause I've
Handcuffed.
never watched.
Handcuffed. You can't talk. You can't text. You can't tweet.
Yeah, you can't
even
talk.
look in the commentary. You can't even Wikipedia the plot. Nothing.
I'm just supposed to sit in silence and watch a show?
and enjoy the show.
What
I've-
kind of monster do you think I
a
am?
sociopath.
She's like, that sounds terrible. Me and no subtitles.
Don't you do that to me, Paloma.
No, subtitles would actually send me. I don't even like. Sometimes I don't even read them, but I just like need.
I
them
can't hear them.
It's
Have you-
giving comfort.
Have you guys seen that TikTok where it's just like this guy speaking in gibberish? He's like, a partic product, a partic product, scatum. And he's just like speaking in gibberish. And people will do like, when someone puts a movie on without subtitles, it's like, I have no idea
No,
what is going
My
on.
brain can't even
right,
process what
no,
you're saying.
Right. That's a fun game. We should figure out like the worst things that each of us like would rather literally end it with.
You know, actually,
Versus-
thank you guys so much for watching. I have had such a great time. Let me know what you think of the
Wow.
Rihanna halftime performance.
And please let us in the comments know what we would use for that game.
Thank you. Yeah,
You
she
watched the
really
pod.
she tried it. She tried.
No, I don't want
it.
to do the fish, you guys.
Then just tell us about your first time in detail.
perhaps another time.
In detail. Listen, that's all you have to do. You can either accept the fish or tell us about your first time in detail.
Bring me the fish. I want to see the size. I want to
It's
see.
it's a big motherfucker. It says once it's a koi fish, a
Bitch.
big koi fish.
Oh my god, those mouths are like
Yeah, like this.
Bitch, you a fucking bitch for that one. Ew. Cut the tapes, dead ass. I'm done. I'm done.
Oh my gosh. Oh, what's Ryan's? What would Ryan's be?
I'll do anything.
I know, that's why it's hard.
God,
I'm like,
I'm trying to think. What would you absolutely just?
I have it. You have to write a love poem about Riayn and then recite it in front of all of us.
No, I won't.
Riayn would simply rather pass away.
Yeah. Me. Thank you to everyone for coming to my funeral. This is it. Good night and goodbye.
Well,
Simply.
I think that's a good spot to end
Oh,
it.
It is. We're done. Thank you for watching, subscribing, listening, all of the things. We are clearly so happy to be back.
Have a great Super Bowl Sunday, and may Rihanna slay!
Yes!
Yeah!
Bye.
Bye, guys.